Well, hello 2023. New season, new year, all kinds of stuff going on. We're going to kick back, talk some golf. This is the Chasing Daylight podcast. What's up, boys?
What's up? Happy New Year's.
Yeah, Happy New Year to everybody tuning in. My name is Matt, in case you don't know. Also on the show, we got Joe hitting greens.
Hola.
Jeremy, I am Stat Guy.
Hello.
And this is the Chasing Daylight podcast. So thanks for tuning in. Did you guys have a good New Year?
Yeah, it was different. It was spent in Florida. I've never spent a New Year anywhere else other than Vegas. So it was definitely different.
Was it quieter?
I'm trying to think if I ever have.
Definitely quieter. Our room overlooked SeaWorld, so we saw some fireworks there. We could see Disney in the distance, but there was some fog that rolled in off the Gulf, so we couldn't see the fireworks or SeaWorld's fireworks that great, even though we were half a mile away. But yeah, it was good. It was good.
So you went to Pop Stroke.
I did, yeah.
How was that? I mean, everybody saw some of the videos and links that your stories that you
Everybody
posted.
saw it.
Everybody saw it. I mean,
Yeah.
the millions of people that tune in weekly, they were jumping on it.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like a really good time.
It's really a cool spot. I mean, the place was packed to the brim. There was a lot of people there. We went on college night, even though I would say, at least 80 to 90% weren't college people for sure. But it was packed. It was really cool. First Tiger design courses I've ever played, so that's rad. For how packed it was tough with the like walkways, because you'd have to like line up, waiting to play your hole, and there was just like really nowhere to stand. It wasn't built for like crowds, obviously, but really, really cool spot. Good food. Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, we need one out here. We need mini golf out here for sure.
Yeah, like this.
There's a lot out in Florida.
This new era of like legit mini golf courses, not the AstroTurf with the.
I don't mind like windmills and stuff like that and loops and all that, but we don't even have that here. Like, it'd be great to take your kid out to play mini golf, but all we have is like Twilight Zone at Bally's, and I think Kiss is still around somewhere.
Kiss Tut and
it's all indoor.
Indoor like, black light.
Yeah,
it's so bad.
Yeah, it's not the same. Like, someone needs to bring Scandia back, because I mean, as far from real golf as possible, but it's still a bunch of fun for your family.
Absolutely. I mean, Theo looked like he was having a blast.
So is Pop Stroke? Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, is Pop Stroke like, do you bring your own putter or do they supply?
I saw people out there with their own putter. They supply obviously their own putter. Not like most mini golf courses. They were like steel or whatever they were, not covered in rubber blades. They gave you a tailor-made distance golf ball with the logo, so didn't have to buy a logo ball from there. But yeah, they supply it all just like normal mini golf. You can order drinks to your hole wherever you're at from the app. So I did that a couple times, but it was so packed. And then like I would order on 6, and I would say like I'm on hole 8 just because I knew it was going to take a while. And then it took too long. I was on hole 10 by that time. So I had to like look for the girl on hole 8, like, no, that's my hazy, like, and run over there. But it was really cool. The cups were like lit with LEDs, really deep. But
yeah, I saw that. That was cool.
It was really cool, and I think that's something we're missing out here for sure. And I 100% see them or something else coming out here at some point.
Yeah, I could see Tiger doing a Pop Stroke somewhere.
I mean, they're building Scottsdale. Scottsdale's coming spring, I think 2023.
We just have so many little areas where it would work.
Yeah.
If they're doing it in Scottsdale, they can. It's not.
They can do it here.
Yeah, it's not a money thing. So
I mean, like we played a bunch of mini golf, and I would love to build a mini golf course out here somewhere. I think it'd be with the explosion of golf. I think it'd be great. I
yeah,
think
I mean it's
that's definitely something we're missing out here.
yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Um, let's talk Winter Park 9.
Okay.
I know it was a little different experience because Theo was with you and you didn't get to like soak it in golf wise, but
Yeah.
did you play with a rental set? Did they have rental sets?
No, I brought my clubs.
Oh, you did.
I did decide to bring my clubs because since we were going to play Winter Park 9 and I was going to play another round, I was like, my whole thing is if I'm going to play 2 rounds, I'm going to bring my clubs. So
Makes sense.
I was planning on playing 2 rounds, so I brought my clubs, paid the checked bag fee on Frontier, and they made it home safely and no damage at all.
What
Um,
was the golf bag fee for Frontier?
I think it was like 64 per checked bag.
That's not bad.
Did you have to fly through Denver?
No. So Frontier was the only flights that we could find that were straight
Oh,
without
okay.
layovers. So that's why we did Frontier. We were going to do others because I think there was one that would have ended up being maybe a little bit cheaper with bags and all that shit. But that was the only direct flight that we could find. And with Theo going on his first plane ride, we want to just get it over with, not jump off and get back on. So that's why we did Frontier. But
Thank goodness you didn't have to deal with Southwest debacle.
yeah, I mean, all in all, like that was the first time I flew Frontier. All in all, it was a pretty good experience. I know people have had issues with them, and we've had issues with Spirit, which is kind of like the same type of airline, but no real big issues other than Orlando just being a shit show on the day after New Year's Day. Um, but Frontier does end up being a little bit cheaper if you buy your bags when you book your tickets.
Mm.
Granted, I waited, but that's what's cool about Frontier. Like you can pace out your payments almost. You can buy your plane ticket, buy your bags later. But
That's cool.
yeah, no real issues. We heard some horror stories from some people waiting in line. They missed a flight and blah blah blah. I think he was just didn't know what he was doing. But yeah, Orlando was a shit show yesterday. It was bad. But yeah,
I'm sure everywhere was bad though. I
it
mean,
was pretty bad. I mean, it's one of the worst days to fly, supposedly they were saying. But we made it home, and yeah. So I brought my clubs Winter Park to Florida. So I brought my own clubs to Winter Park 9. It was really cool. I mean, it's so crazy. I mean, I used to live out there, so I knew I had drove by it a couple times, and I think this is before they restored it or whatever, because 14, 15 years ago, something like that is when I lived out there. It's crazy that it's like a muni in the middle of a
a
neighborhood basically. Super short, really really short, definitely very scoreable, but those greens are insane for like
They're really good.
what it is. It's they're wild, they're super like undulated and they move a lot. But it was really cool. I know people compare it to like kind of like a Goat Hill vibe. I didn't get that. Goat Hill has a way better vibe than Winter Park 9 to me. And maybe that's why Matt Janella moved out of Winter Park and moved to San Diego, because Goat Hill definitely has a way better vibe. Um, when I got there, the dude in the pro shop, um, I had Theo with me, and he kind of like, as Winter Park is supposed to be like a place for everybody, it kind of felt like you brought your
Why
kid
are you
here
here
to
with your
me.
kid? Yeah.
It kind of felt that way to me, but I don't know. Maybe who knows? Who knows? Maybe that's just character. But it was really cool. I played with some really good guys. One of them has listened to the podcast. I believe he said he's heard of it.
Hmm.
Um,
Woohoo!
they played Stream Song, and it was really cool. They were on the same kind of vibe as me. Mentioned like Bandon. Well, he said so. I asked about Stream Song because he had a Stream Song polo on, and I was like, how's Stream Song? He's like, it's my favorite place on earth. I was like, have you been to Bandon? And he was like, no. I was like, well, that'll change when you get there. They were kind of blown away that we did the solstice and everything. I can't remember their names. But really really good group of dudes. Happy to, when I met them, I was like, if this kid like annoys you or anything, like let me know. I'll hang back. I'll take off if I need to.
Yeah.
You guys want any beers? Let me know. I got you. And they said, no, that's what this place is about. So they encompassed the vibe that was to be expected there, which
Nice.
is awesome, and I really appreciate that. Nice group of guys. So that was a good grouping. I'm happy that I got to play with them. Really cool. But yeah, cemetery hole's awesome. The train came by a couple times. Really,
So
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
I
really
just
cool
love
spot.
that first hole when you're teeing off and you got the road right there and cars are like,
And that's what the dude in that we played with, he said this could be one of the most scary like tee shots in golf because the road literally is right there.
I
You could
mean,
put a ball through a windshield for sure.
yeah,
Is the road on the right or left?
It's on the right.
on the right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's like, this could be one of the scariest tee shots in golf, and I totally agree. Look, I hit my 5-wood off the first tee, and ended up pin high left, but super rad. On the cemetery hole, I was trying to hit a draw around the corner, and I kind of pulled it a little bit, hit my ball into the cemetery, and I'm pretty sure it bounced off a headstone and went back into the middle of the fairway, which was cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but Theo had a blast. He was, I had to carry him a shit ton because Katie woke up a little late to get to work, so I didn't have time to go buy a stroller. I was going to buy a stroller at Walmart, like $30 one. Didn't have time, so I had to carry him around that golf course. After hole number 2, basically carried him the entire time if he wasn't hitting a shot. And everyone was like, super dad, blah blah blah. So but he had fun. It's a cool spot. I would love to play it again, either when Theo is able to walk himself or without Theo.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Cool
had a
spot.
good time when we played it. Yeah. And where's the last place you played on your trip?
So I played, drove an hour and a half to Brooksville, north of Tampa, on Saturday to meet the Cigar Don and Kevo Golf. A little private Pete Dye course in the middle of like nowhere, I guess, kind of undiscovered. They do qualifying out there for PGA Tour.
What was
Tips
it
out to
called
like
again?
Southern Hills Plantation Club.
Oh yeah.
So it tips out to like 7,600. Really cool. It rained the entire day, which wasn't terrible. I had to buy a rain jacket because when I was leaving Vegas, I looked at my rain clothes. I was like, probably not. Whatever. I need to save pounds for my Frontier so I don't have to pay extra on the baggage. But yeah, so I had to buy a rain jacket. Ryan bought some rain clothes. But it was really cool. A lot of elevation, which was not to be expected in Florida. Greens were like some of the tightest, like cut rolled greens I've seen. And with how much raining it was and like Florida humidity, like you would think they would stick a little bit. They did not. They were
Firm.
rolling. It was awesome. It was really cool, and it took you through like kind of. It almost felt like a Georgia vibe, going through some pines and like a lot of elevation. And it was weird. I mentioned to Ryan, I was like, it's doesn't necessarily feel like Pete Dye. It's kind of like a really subtle Pete Dye golf course. Like no railroad ties were out there, but a lot of like the bunkering, like little pot bunkers were spread about, and greens were really good. Number 18, 17, 16, 15, I think it is. Par 4. Like there was this bunker in the middle of the fairway that was like a volcano. Kind of like it split like two sides of the fairway, and it was just built up like a volcano, and there was a bunker on top, like a pot bunker on top, which I know I've seen pictures of French Lick where he has that out there, and it hella reminded me of that. Kind of felt like a little bit of Fazio with like Pete Dye bunkers. It was rad, and it was cool to play with those guys, and nobody really cared about the rain. We played with Doc. He's like a foot and ankle doctor. Smooth swinging, just down the middle. Great player. Oh shit, what was the other guy's name? Can't remember. Really cool South African dude. It was a blast, dude. I would love to play that again when it's not raining, for sure.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Well, Jeremy, you were in Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
It's
No
been a while
golf to
since.
report.
No,
No?
no, you didn't do anything golf related.
Man.
No, well, We went to Wiley Country Club because I've always wanted to see it, but we went there and just looked around, but no golf.
You should have walked on and go, don't you know who I am?
Yeah.
Don't you know me?
I look back at it now and kind of regret I didn't. So
Yeah,
if you go
'cause
to
you
Hawaii,
texted
make sure
everybody and
you
you said
golf.
you texted who I said, should I go or what?
I
Right?
know.
You said something. And we said go, and you did
Yeah,
not.
go.
Yeah. Now
Loser.
next time I make it to Hawaii, I'm gonna bring my clubs. Yeah.
Big time.
I saw so many courses and it was just like taunting me every time I drove by.
Well, you were saying that course looks like Jurassic Park was not far from you.
Yeah, you should have went and done that.
It was like 40 minutes from Waikiki.
Oh, that's when you get, hey, babe, I'm going to go out for some coffee. I'll be back in 5-6 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you could took everyone, just paid like extra cart fees or something.
Yeah, I'm a dumbass.
That's my whole thing. If I'm gonna be somewhere that I'm not normally at, like I'm gonna go play golf, whether I'm dragging everybody with me or I'm sneaking out in the middle of the night. Like,
We're Nish and Chris, two very amateur golfers on a quest to play the top 100 courses in the UK and Ireland, after Chris set this challenge on a drunken Saturday night in my kitchen. Join us on our frequently humorous journey of a lifetime as we grapple with the logistical and financial challenge of playing some of the best courses in the world, as well as grappling with our games, because let's face it, it's never just about playing. Sometimes the score matters too. Listen to the Top 110 Golf Podcast wherever you get your podcasts.
Yeah, that's what we did on that national park tour last year when I was up there in Washington, way by the Canadian border. I was like, we're staying at a place where it's a golf course out the back door. I'm bringing the clubs. Definitely bringing the clubs. I was telling Jeremy when we played at Boulder Creek, how was the coffee? And it's so good out there, and I don't get it. And it sucks because anytime you see Kona coffee in the States, it always says 10% Kona beans.
Yeah.
And 90% Colombian beans. I'm like, well, that's not Kona coffee then. I mean, no. So the coffee out there is just absolutely ridiculous.
So good.
It is so damn good.
how was the pokey?
Pokey was good. It's my first time I've eaten pokey.
First time pokey eater. Whoa.
Yeah. Never been a big fan, but eating it out there was top notch.
Did you go to a luau? Did you have some poi?
We didn't go to a luau, but we went to this poi place. It was in the middle of nowhere. And then we went to they have all these like shrimp trucks where they cook like garlic. It's like the whole shell shrimp.
Yeah.
Cook it up in garlic and spices and eat it with rice and pineapple. We had a bunch of that. We ate around Waikiki a ton because my kids, it turns out they're sort of picky. Like we can't just take them anywhere.
No.
So they're like, we found McDonald's and they're like, can we just go to McDonald's, please? Okay, we'll get you McDonald's, but I'm not eating McDonald's in Hawaii.
Wow.
So, so I have to sign up for the McDonald's app so I can start getting rewards.
So I actually did re-download this McDonald's app while we were out there because it's like Theo ate like cheeseburgers and fries up the entire time.
I can't remember the last time I had McDonald's. Oh my!
I don't eat McDonald's, but kids love it.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a good time. It was much needed time off for sure.
Well, glad you guys got some time away. I had my own adventures in babysitting. We don't need to get into that.
Great movie.
Yeah, it was a great movie. But got the office back. It's I'm full timing it out here now. I've been working mainly from my laptop in the living room. Erica said to me, "Can you get your stuff out of here now, please?" So, got it all out here, ready to rock and roll. So, some news items here we'll cover. How about no lane up?
Yeah, leaving Callaway.
6 years with Callaway. I started walking every day, and so today I listened to their season preview episode while I was out strolling around. Yeah, 6 years with Callaway, which that's
long time.
Pretty impressive. Hell of a run with them. They had nothing bad to say, of course. You know, you're not going to burn that bridge, especially if it's, you know, Callaway. But Titleist, I was kind of
It's a little
surprised.
surprising. Yeah.
You know,
I'm a little
and
shocked.
the reason why is because you have I mean, Callaway, in my opinion, is a social media powerhouse, and so is TaylorMade.
Yeah, Callaway and TaylorMade social
They
media for
are
sure.
all over it, and um, I didn't think anything was bad with Callaway with them. But they, you know, multi-year deal with Titleist, and you know, they go from Callaway and Odyssey to Titleist, Vokey, Cameron,
Yeah.
FootJoy, you know, so maybe that had a little bit to do with it. So I'm looking forward to seeing how their content goes. I'm curious how much influence Callaway was with them, because I mean, we've always said it. Their content is tops. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
it's the bar. You know, their content is absolutely insane. It's so good. So I'm curious to see how it transfers over
I
and
don't
how
think
much.
I don't think the content will change really because they're doing great things over there. I just think the accessibility to certain things will be a little bit different. And I know JT is like a friend of theirs. Obviously, Jordan and JT have been on the podcast, so I think we could see more of them
Yeah,
on the
Homa's a
content, which
Titleist
will be
guy too,
great.
isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Who?
Homa, isn't he a
Yeah, yeah.
Titleist
Homa's,
guy?
yeah, and he's always on the pod.
Yeah,
So that could have had something to do with it, but I think there could be some like really cool things in the works for them. And good for Titleist. I mean, they're jumping into like more of the content creator space because this is like the first big jump for them
they've
into it.
never really been involved. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they have their own little content creation that they do, but
Yeah, nothing on the level of
nothing like
Callaway or
this. Yeah,
TaylorMade. So yeah, I think it's a switch up, which is totally cool and normal in like golf for the most part. But uh, as big as no laying up is, it's a little different. It's going to take a little while to get used to. I think just because we've seen them for so long with Callaway, which is fine. But I think it could be good for them and
oh, absolutely.
the access to the players that's on the Titleist roster now. I think it could be more of a like family kind of like vibe, like friend vibe with them because we didn't see like Xander on their show or we didn't see
Rom
player
or
access like I think we will with the Titleist player access. You know what I
Sure.
mean?
And then before I could even put my thoughts to paper and send a proposal to Callaway, Good signed with
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so it's like, what do you think happened first? You think no laying up left Callaway?
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Callaway went, all right, let's go after the biggest YouTubers that are out there golf wise.
Yeah. Probably. I think so.
Did they have didn't they have
And
a deal or
Mizuno.
something? Oh, Mizuno. Okay.
Yeah.
Was that who it
And
was?
it's like not that old. It's like maybe
But
a year.
it wasn't like super like it felt like it was a little under the radar with Mizuno.
I had no idea. Like, I'm not
Well, I know
big
Grant had
YouTube.
like Mizuno. I'm not big on good myself. Like I'll watch them if I'm searching for a course I'm about to play and they have a video on it, then I'll watch it. But I don't like seek out their content personally. But I did see that they're gonna bring out the golf ball. The golf ball hit the USGA
Oh yeah.
conforming list. So maybe that's a Callaway ball.
Hmm.
I
Right?
don't know. Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. A golf
who knows?
ball? A golf ball?
Yeah, I think it's time. I mean, but whatever.
All right. We'll
And I did
see.
hear that they were like looking to get into the club space or something.
I think they made putters.
Maybe.
I think
I
they have their
did
own line
see
of
that.
putters.
Yeah.
Yes. No, you know where I saw it? I saw it on Facebook Traders. Someone was selling a good putter, and I was like, "A what?"
Huh. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I
it'd be
didn't even.
interesting. Maybe Callaway gave them like what they wanted as far as like creating their own gear, their own equipment. Who knows? It's gonna be interesting.
Dude, it's
Start
a
of 2023. I mean, it's a new
wild
year.
world of content creation leads to, you know, multi-year contracts with brands to.
Yeah, I mean, Cobra. If you're looking for someone, we're like kind of available. Like what?
Well,
Wilson.
the
I mean, what
foreplay
do you?
the foreplay guys are pretty much with TaylorMade, right? Because they always are playing TaylorMade gear.
Yeah.
So you got good with Callaway, no laying up with Titleist. I mean,
Mira, if you need 3 white people in Las
Right?
Vegas,
right?
Who enjoy Japanese food?
Mhm.
And high
enjoy eating
quality
at Nobu?
forged. Yeah.
Shit, Kirkland Signature. I'll play Kirkland Signature's new clubs. Come on now. Just
We
gotta
can-
pay us a little bit.
we'll do our videos from the Costco parking lot.
Live recording in the sample aisle.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, did you guys see that in the Kirkland clubs that are coming out? The irons?
Yeah, the irons.
Yeah, interesting.
I mean,
we
they had
just saw like the
wedges.
back, so
They had putters.
They sort of look like the 790s, I thought.
a little bit. Yeah, I could see
I wonder
that.
how chunky, like if there'll be a.
Yeah, we didn't see top line or anything like that, so
Yeah.
I'm sure they're going to cater to the masses. Then they're not blades or anything, so
Yeah, that's gonna be a mid player's iron. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, if you're shopping for irons at Costco, I don't know. I think the ball getting really good press
Mm-hmm.
just kind of opened the Costco eyes to golfers, and then they came out with the putter and the wedges. And I mean, as far as I know, everybody liked the putter and the wedges.
Yeah, they were Callaway. I mean, someone else makes them. You know.
The wedges looked like Vokies with the design on the hosel. I
heard that they were Callaway.
Like
made them for him.
Like the Top Golf irons.
Maybe they're forged by Kioi.
Yeah, right. Okay, so new clubs that have hit the airwaves or the video waves or photo waves, whatever you want to call it. TaylorMade, the Stealth 2 pictures are coming out. What is it? Paradigm?
Paradigm.
Paradigm
like
from Callaway. Aerojet from Cobra. There's a new Mizuno that's out there leaking. The G430 from Ping has already been in play and tested. Actually, Todd bought bought one from Japanese. Todd
from a
bought
Japanese
one
man
from Japan, and he's very happy with it.
Okay, those Mizuno irons, I don't know what model they are. The tour irons like yours, Joe, they are freaking beautiful. The new ones.
I don't know if I saw them.
They posted a picture of the regular and then the copper finish. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Could you play a copperhead?
I don't know, but they're...
No, I can't. I couldn't do it, I don't think.
They're stunning. Could you play black?
Yeah, I could play black. I love those black Adams irons that I have. They don't perform well for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I could probably do black, but I don't know.
The thing that I didn't like about those irons is there was white paint in the bottom of the grooves, and it starts coming out. And so then I have some with it, some without, and then so I scraped it out, and then it etches the black, and so now it's black and silver, or black and white, some white, no white. It was a little bit annoying with that. I think if they were, no paint on them, just the finish, it would have been fine. But man, it's a really damn good iron to look at. I just don't play it very well. So, anything that you're leaning to that you actually, what's the new? Doesn't Titleist have a new one too? The TS4 something, Jeremy?
You mean the new wood?
Yeah,
TSR4.
TSR4. That's what it is.
Yeah, but that released last year, right?
Yeah, that one.
Well,
I can't remember if they released it.
Wasn't there something recently?
No, the TS. So they usually don't release the TSR4 with the 2 and 3, but I think they did when they in the fall. But the TSR1, they probably will be releasing soon, which is sort of the like low, like the improvement style, shallow head, long, bigger head type of thing.
So be on the lookout. PGA show is in 3 weeks. So I know a lot of the guys that are over in Hawaii right now, you're starting to see it. Colin Morikawa was out there. That's where they got some of the pictures of the new Stealth 2. And so we're starting seeing that. See, Patrick Cantley got reports from Jonathan Wall today where he was no longer a Titleist staffer.
Did not see that.
They said he is going more than likely the route of what Adam Scott did, where he'll play the irons and the glove and the hat or whatever, but he's not a staffer. So he had an all black bag, no logos on it.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Wilson signed Kiz.
Yeah.
Kiz went to Wilson, and one other guy who won recently. I can't remember who it was. This time of year is always fun because you got guys, contracts come to an end, new contracts open, and with all that live money out there, curious to see how these guys are going to land in some places.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw Tom Kim signed with Nike.
Oh, did he?
Yep.
Not going to
For
be any
his
BB
apparel.
Go logos on those shirts.
Yep. Yeah.
Nike's like, this space is expensive.
Yeah.
There's just room for a swoosh. That's all you got. All right. So next up, we got I did new equipment for the guys. So PGA Tour season is starting. Finally. It's been a while since we had anything to do with our locks. The last event we picked for was the RSM Classic. Jeremy had Mackenzie Hughes that didn't make the cut. Joe had Patrick Rogers, who finished 10th, and I had Taylor, who finished 15th. So, Joe, you'll get first pick for the tourney champions when we get to that later on. We didn't do, I don't know, I don't think we picked anybody for Hero because there was.
I don't think we did.
Or if we did, nobody.
It was if they won, we got a bonus.
That's the only one we got points, so nobody got points. So Cameron Smith is the defending champion out in Hawaii. Not gonna be there.
Nope.
Not gonna be there. Field. Let's see. There's how many guys are in this? Got the odds up here. What is it? 30 guys are in this. Something like that.
Yeah, I mean something like that.
Something like that. Let's see. What is it? 30. Yeah, 30. Nope, that's the FedEx Cup. Wrong page. So out in Hawaii, the Kapalua, I say this every year. I've played the course. It was an absolute blast. If you ever get a chance to get out there and play it, please do. It is so worth it. It's just a fun track. Core Crenshaw original design and their redesign. The only defense the course has is the wind. So when you don't get wind, you get 30 underscores. But when you do get wind, it makes the course really challenging. So as much as we hate playing in the wind, you definitely want to see some breezes blowing out there for these guys to make it a little bit more challenging. There's always been a great place for DJ. Not going to be there. No Bryson.
Yeah, Rory's not going to be there either.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't go to Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
Too much ocean travel, I guess. I don't know. It's a long ways to go. But these guys, it's the whale watching season. We're definitely gonna, take a drink every time they show the whales.
Yep.
The coverage is. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But are you guys excited for the new? I don't know how much golf you normally watched compared to what you've been doing lately, and if you even care about this tournament. But I'm geeked. I can't wait.
This is one I always like to watch. I always like to watch TOC for sure.
Yep.
It's late in the afternoons for us. It's a great way to wind out the day. I mean, I do love waking up Thursday morning at 6:00 and throwing on the TV and seeing first round coverage when they're on the East Coast, but don't have to do that, especially with a limited field. They don't start super early.
Yeah. Plus, it's been a while since we've actually seen some PGA Tour golf, so it's always welcomed for sure.
Something about hearing that Hawaiian music, the ukulele's playing, and when they're showing the scoreboard, you got the waves crashing. It's just
the turtles and the whales and the surfers and the.
I saw NBC signed Faxon and Smiley Kaufman, I think, to on course.
Right. Well, Kaufman was doing PGA live.
Yeah, he was.
Mm.
He was
Yeah.
doing so. That's good for him. Yeah, because what Maltby and they're
Yeah.
gone. Could be
I actually
interesting.
really enjoyed hearing Smiley Kaufman. I think he did a
He did
phenomenal
he did a
really
job.
great job.
good.
Yeah,
I
he did a
didn't have
good
any
job.
issues with him at all. Yeah, I thought he was great.
Yeah, I think his perspective from, knowing a lot of those players and the type of shots they hit and stuff, it was kind of cool to hear that from him when he's standing 50 yards from him or whatever.
Yeah.
And following him at Shriners too was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I like Brad Faxon too. I think
hmm
it'll be interesting to see. I don't know. Have you ever heard him do any color commentary?
I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, Faldo's gone, right? Is that who Faxon's
Faldo?
replacing?
No, I think it's on course. So
Really?
I think it's what I saw.
Who's going to be in the booth?
Charles Barkley.
Oh God! Don't say that.
And Joe Buck.
We don't need it. No more Charles. We don't need any more Charles.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, who knows? I haven't seen anything about it.
Oh man.
So let's talk some. You done with the news?
That's yeah.
Okay. So let's talk some 2023 golf. I saw it, Matt. I've seen some goals and stuff from you.
Yes,
Not all golf related, but
correct.
Joe, what are your golf related goals for this year? It could be anything. It could be equipment. It could be playing, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like my golf goals this year are going to be kind of somewhat limited.
That's true.
Since the baby's due in April. So we're playing North Carolina soon, so that'll be a trip. My goal is to get hopefully 2 more trips in for the year. Maybe we do that quick Sandpiper Ojai Valley thing in March over the weekend, and hopefully one in like August or something. But other than that, just maintain and learn how to focus more on shot by shot other than like round by round. And yeah, I think that's it. Just shot by shot kind of focus.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
That's a good idea.
I'm 3 days in on the no alcohol. So this is just water in here.
Yeah, and I want to work out again. I'm technically still on vacation, so I've not started that yet.
Yeah,
New Year starts when I go back to work.
I'm 3 days of walking around the neighborhood. I'm pretty proud of myself for that. Did not take my kids are off to school. I got time to do stuff. Let's take a nap. Didn't do that today. It was kids back to school for the first day, so the house was eerily quiet. But I was able to get a lot done. So yeah, I'm committed to the fitness, at least trying. I'm gonna give it a try. I've done it before. I've gone from the weight where I'm pretty much at now down to 160 pounds. Took me a while. There's no miracle. You got to do the work and change some of your lifestyle. So, Joe, I couldn't finish that 4th whip.
Oh yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, so I got that for you. I tried, but Saturday morning, didn't have breakfast and did some stuff around the house, and I'm like, oh, I should probably drink this now so I can have my last old fashioned later. And yeah, it just wrecked my stomach. Just absolutely wrecked. I was like, oh my God, this is terrible. So I couldn't finish it, but I finished off my bourbon. So I got no bourbon, got no beer. It's just a lot of water and nuts.
Water and nuts.
Water and nuts. Almonds. Big on the almonds right now.
Mm.
So yeah, but it's I'm pretty happy about it. I hopefully start sleeping a little bit better and I'm cutting way back on the sugar and keep this up, and then hopefully I'll see a little bit of change in the body type and maybe a little bit more speed with the driver and see how it goes. I'm pretty happy with how my game is right now. I like making goals. I hear a lot of a lot of people right now on social media are posting goals, and a lot of people are like, I don't post goals. If I want to achieve something, I just do it. And hey, everybody's got their own ways about doing it. I, I don't try and set unrealistic goals. I want to achieve obtainable goals. So things that I have picked out, I'm looking forward to. Jeremy, you weren't here last week, so what do you
Yeah.
got? What do you got for goals?
I would like to increase my birdie counts during the round. And I think that some of
Like
that
that.
is starting to work a little bit. It's just committing to each shot. Like, I mean, not hitting the ball until you're committed. That's
Yeah.
working really well for me.
Yeah.
Jeremy did lead the VGN tour in pars.
Yeah. And I took that personal. So I'd like to lead that again, but I'd like to lead birdies too. So stuff like that, and just not messing with my bag. I do need a new fairway wood. That's the only thing I want to change this year. It's been a while since I got a new club, so I'm gonna keep that up. But I'd also like to play in some SNGA tournaments like Mid-Am qualifier,
The Mid-Am qualifier. I want you to
USAM
play in.
qualifiers, stuff like that. Just even, it's hard to set expectations for those, but playing in it and playing well, that's what I want to do.
It's such a different level of tournament golf, and that's
Mhm.
I like the VGN being a if you play in a VGN event and then you've never played an SNGA event, when you go to an SNGA event, it's not going to be a shock. You're not going to be surprised. We're going to have the live scoring this year. We have the scorecard. We do the scorecard exchange. We try to follow as closely adhere to the rules as we can. We got a couple, of our own rules that we impose that they don't in the SNGA events that are legal rules. But I don't want anybody to play in a VGN event and go to another tournament and be like, "What the hell?" And so especially with you guys that playing in the scratch or the gross division, it's a good experience going up against good players. Each month to see how well you stack up against it. So. I would love to be able to get my game down to a 3.5 to where I could compete in the Mid-Am. A couple more years, I'll be able to compete in the senior Mid-Am, but then I'm going up against players like Glenn, and that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So, Jeremy, did you get the email about or any information about the Mesquite Amateur? Have you heard about that?
No.
So Las Vegas Golf Insider put a post out saying the largest amateur event in the country. And I was like, what? And he said, yeah, there's, what did I say, Joe? 300 people or 600? Yes.
600.
600 people compete in this tournament. They hold it over
It's
4
the 3
days.
days. 4 days.
4
yeah.
days at 5 different courses in Mesquite and St. George. And I was like, wow.
Pretty wild. Yeah.
That is crazy.
A lot of freaking people.
That's
Yeah, I think Glenn and Trey played in it last year, and they stayed at Casablanca or somewhere up there.
Yeah,
I think they're doing it again.
Yeah. I
think. I didn't know it was that big. That's shocking.
Yeah, it's right. I think after Memorial Day. Memorial Day, I think is when it is. Yeah,
that's a lot of players.
That's
I do know it's been booked. Like you have to sign up a few months ago, I think.
Yeah, I mean if you want that experience and you want to, it's good golf and it's for the price, for how much golf you get, it's not bad. Big ass tournament though.
Yeah.
But I'd love to get down to where I can compete in that. But the reason I brought that up is that the senior division starts at 50.
Yeah.
And I'll be 50 then. So
with all those old players just hitting it down the middle, I mean,
all they do is smack it down the middle. Good Lord. I know my buddy Pat, his dad in his 80s, just all he does is hit it down the middle. Just
driver down the middle, 4 hybrid to the middle of the green, and
he's got a driver, 12 hybrids, and a putter.
Yeah, that's what you're dealing with.
And just lighten it up. Just lighten it up. You got anything else, Jeremy? You've been gone for a while. You haven't been around. We played Boulder Creek.
Yeah, we did
last week. It was the last round of the year for myself and Jeremy.
Mm-hmm.
Creek was in pretty good shape. It was a little bit more beat up than I was expecting, but
Yeah.
I mean, overall, it was really good. We got blessed with a great couple weeks of weather. It was a little chilly, but I pulled my hoodie off 5 holes in and had a pretty good day out there. Pretty
yeah,
good day.
the greens are always fast there, but they didn't look fast that day. So I kept blasting it by the hole, and then I couldn't get it to the hole, and wasn't a good putting day, but course was good.
I putted really well. I made
Yes, you did.
some good putts. That new UST shaft and the Olsen long neck is pretty good combo. Pretty good combo.
Yeah, I mean, we came back from Florida and I was like, it was chilly. We were dealing with like 76 degrees out there.
Yeah, December's a good time to go to Florida.
Yeah.
That's when it's the most busiest though. You get all the people down there.
Oh, I swear all I did was wait in lines and drive.
How was Disney? Was it packed?
It was packed. Yeah. Yeah, it was packed. I mean, as it always is. I mean,
we went there.
We only went one day, so.
When we went the first week of winter break one year, and we're like, we had no idea if it'd be a good time to go or not. And it's like the people we went on, it was like a Tuesday night to downtown Disney, and it was 2-hour wait at every restaurant if you didn't have a reservation. And I was like, good grief. And I was talking to him, like, I go, is it like this all the time? And he's like, all the time.
Yeah.
It's never not like this. I'm like, good grief.
On Friday, because Katie had to work, so I took Theo over to the Fantasia mini golf at Disney World, and we show up, and it was an hour wait to play mini golf. So I was like, nope, not doing this. So we turn around. So we drove to the other one that's in Disney World, and it's at the water park, Blizzard Beach. Blizzard Beach was closed, and I saw the parking lot, and it was packed. I was like, this is definitely another hour wait. So I turn around, went to grab a stroller at Walmart, and my stepsister, stepbrother, and their family and kids were over at SeaWorld. So I was like, we'll come over there. So I'm like waiting in line to park at SeaWorld, and I waited in that line in the car for an hour to try and park at SeaWorld.
Oh my God.
And I was buying my tickets online. At this point, it's like 1:30, and buying a ticket for me because Theo would be free. It was $180 for a ticket and parking to go to SeaWorld. And, we would have only had like maybe 3 hours, because we would have had to pick up Katie at work. So I get to the front of the line. I'm like, I just want to get the fuck off this line. Like, I want out. He goes, no problem. He hands me like the exit ticket to put on my windshield. So, yeah. So we went to go play mini golf somewhere else.
Just point me to the door, please.
Yeah. I want the fuck out of here, because it was literally, in the entire time sitting in the car waiting in this line, Theo's just saying over and over, Dada, what are you doing? Dada, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Mama,
Yeah.
mama.
Yeah.
You get to 13.
I was over it. So we went to go play golf at mini golf at Pirates Cove, which was fun. So, but yeah, it's all.
And he got an ace.
He got the ace. Yeah.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Left hand low.
Really good.
Yeah. Cross grip and everything.
Too funny.
He was so funny, and his reaction to that was amazing.
Yeah, it was fun.
Okay, so a couple little tidbits here, and then we'll get to our picks and the locks and odds and all that stuff. I'm going to try and make the YouTube channel for this, so we can post these on YouTube. Cal, Birdies and Bourbon, they do it, and as I was doing chores today, I had it on in the background, and it's kind of cool. It's a great way for us to get our faces out there and another format. So I'm gonna try. I'm not great at it, but I'm gonna give it a go and see what happens. So I'm gonna try and work this tonight to get it out there. So it's available if you prefer that format, you'll be able to do that. We also have a local meteorologist that is a golfer that I've been chatting with, and he is going to pre-record a little Chasing Daylight golf forecast for us. So listen in for that next week. Just be a quick little segment about the weekend weather for golfers from a person that actually knows what the hell they're talking about. I mean, Vegas weather's not that hard. You look out the window, it's sun shining. Okay, we're good to go. But might be fun. So we're going to give that a try. And also want to talk VGN tournament. The first one of the year is coming. Registration is open now. If you've signed up, you've gotten the emails. Super crazy easy right now. There is a couple glitches that happened with a couple guys, and I apologize for that. But you can pay right through the email. It's such a streamlined way of doing it compared to where it was last year, where you had to click and go and click and open and close and move and click, and now it's just one click, boom, and you can pay. So we've already got 25 guys signed up for that, which is awesome. Didn't hound anybody about the membership signing up, reaching out over the holiday break. So I told everybody in the last email I sent out yesterday, hey, I'm going to be hounding you. We want you. We want you to come back, and we're looking forward to it if you can make it. So that being said, the new members that have signed up, one of the new members mentioned that he heard it on the podcast. So thanks for listening. We got a new member, and welcome to the 2023 season event going on at 5 Iron Golf on Tuesday, the 26th. So members and new members, please come on down. We've already been in contact with some pretty cool vendors about a couple, little raffle prizes we're going to have, or closer to the pin prize. So come on down and check that out. And if anybody wants to lend me some YouTube advice, just send me a message. I've tried the breakfast ball one, and the reels are great, but man, it just, I know the content's got to be better. So kind of myself to blame for that. But all right, Joe, you want to get into the odds, and we'll get our picks?
Yeah. So this week, welcome back to the PGA Tour out at Kapalua. Your favorite is John Rahm at 7.5 to 1, Scotty Scheffler 8 to 1, Justin Thomas 10 to 1, along with Xander and Patrick Cantlay. Tony Finau 14 to 1, Sung Jae 16 to 1, Matt Fitzpatrick, Colin Morikawa, Tom Kim 18 to 1, Cameron Young, Victor Hovland 20 to 1, Jordan Spieth 22 to 1, Zalatoris, Sam Burns 28 to 1, Max Homa 30 to 1. Brian Harmon 40 to 1, Adam Scott 50 to 1, Tom Hoagie 70 to 1, Mackenzie Hughes 85 to 1, Scott Stallings, which his little Masters debacle was interesting, 100 to 1.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that.
Yeah. Chad Ramey 200 to 1, and at the bottom, Ryan Brem 500 to 1.
Hey, don't forget to give some love to the big guy, Seamus. 40 to 1.
45 to 1.
45 to 1. 45 to 1. Yeah, Data Golf's got Scotty Scheffler and John Rahm tied the top for their percentage to win the tournament. What would you do if you got that?
Yeah, I mean,
Masters invite?
I feel like you would have to hit him up because that dude's getting Masters tickets for sure.
Mhm.
Oh, of course.
You know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with that invite? Like you would show up to play, like, and they're not gonna let you play.
No, of course not.
You're gonna frame it, like, whatever. I mean, you got to reach out to them, and you're getting something out of that for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
it would
just
be
so odd. That's an odd situation that they like literally just looked up Scott Stallings. And
I mean, what did they Google him?
Right?
Check the Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
How do you not?
Yeah.
Somebody got fired.
jeez,
Somebody
Very interesting
got-
situation for sure.
Oh, I would love that to be like a 40-minute documentary on Golf Channel one day where they just go into what happened. How did this happen?
Yeah.
Somebody didn't
I
know
mean,
what the hell they were
what
doing.
would you guys do? I mean,
God, it would be so hard to not just hold on to it, just to because he's going to get in.
he's gonna get to play.
Well, he's going to get to play, and I'm sure they would. Oh, it got lost. Oh, we sent it to the wrong address.
Yeah.
It would be hard not to hold on to that, just to have that piece of. I mean, you can't do anything with it. You can't sell it. It's just you didn't earn it. It's kind of shitty to hold on to it, but it would be cool just to say, I've got a master's invite.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just calling the real Scott Stallings.
Yeah. I mean, that's
hopefully he
I
got
don't.
Masters tickets. I mean, you
I mean,
think
at
he
the very
will,
least. At the very least, I'm sure.
yeah.
Yeah, and Scott Stallings is going to reach out to them and be like, "Hey, can we hook this guy up?" They're like, "Is he in the lottery?
Yeah.
Did he win? Sorry."
Yeah, who knows? He might get to play Augusta, just because of it. Who knows?
Have him on the bag for a practice round.
Yeah.
Ooh,
he's
that
going
would
to
be
get
cool.
something out of it for sure. That's going to be well worth it. I'm sure.
He's going to get 20 minutes in the pro shop like everybody else, and then asked to leave the property.
He'll get to hit a shot in the par 3 contest.
Yeah, there you go.
Which would make it worth it.
Totally. All right. So Joe, you're up first. Let me get my piece of paper so I can write these down. Who are you taking for Tournament of Champions?
I want to take Xander, but I think I'm going to go Cameron Young.
God, you suck. That's who I was going to take. God,
20 to 1.
All right, then I'm just going to Seamus. I'm taking Seamus. $45 to 1. All right, Jeremy.
Tony Finau.
No, Tony does it again.
14 to 1.
14, no bonus for you.
I'm sorry, Sungjae. I'm sorry, Jordan. I'm sorry. It's early though.
All the other Titleist staffers.
Yep.
Oh, hey, one other thing that we're doing, which we'll have to congregate after we get done here. Cal set up a one and done pick 'em between us and those guys. So each week we're going to pick one player. So we won't say who that is. We'll pick it after this, and then next week we'll talk about it and see how that went. So we'll do that, and then let's see. We got a little skins game going on Saturday out at Chimera. Should be fun. Haven't played there since the match play thing that we did, and Chimera is always good this time of year. So looking forward to the first round of the year for me.
Yeah, first round of the year.
Oh yeah, it'd be for everybody, huh? Nobody else played. Yeah, bunch of people get out there on that first day. I just didn't want to do anything.
Yeah, it was. It's been I'm still kind of like simmering down from the trip. So,
but Jeremy coming back from Hawaii, the coming back from Hawaii is horrible.
Yeah.
How many
when
days
did you get back?
take
You
it?
got back yesterday, Jeremy?
No, we got back the 27th.
Oh, okay.
But I feel normal now.
Yeah.
When we played golf at Boulder, I was still in like La La Land. Time zone. I was getting super confused with time zones.
This is how Jared. This will tell you exactly how it is. We see the cart girl on the third hole, and Jeremy's like, "Jameson and 2 beers, please."
And they were Maui Brewing Company.
Yeah, Maui Brewing Company.
So it's like I never left.
All right, Joe, why don't you bring us home? We'll get the heck out of Dodge.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in to the first episode of 2023 for the Chasing Daylight podcast. Tell your friends, we got some interesting things coming up. We're going to try and dial in an episode with someone from the Pines of North Carolina coming up before the trip. Other than that, welcome back to the PGA Tour. We are in a season-long race, which I will hopefully win again. I won last year, right? I did. So and our One and Dones Against Birdies and Bourbon podcast. Check them out. I know they just released their episode. I'm halfway through it right now, but check them out every single week. Birdies and Bourbon podcast, and looking forward to a great year of golf filled with plenty of birdies and bourbon. And
powered by Riverside FM.
Later, everybody.
Later.